Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here again, and I've got a Spider-Man 2 video for you guys that is going to involve some spoilers, so if you don't want to hear them, bookmark this video, come back to it later, but for now, I'm going to ask the question of whether or not Insomniac teased a Venom game within Spider-Man 2, and I think that answer is an absolute yes, so let me go over why I believe so. Obviously, we get a whole level where we play as Venom, and it feels fantastic. The abilities feel different enough from Black Suit Spider-Man that it definitely feels like its own character. Venom is destructive, just wrecking everything, a little bit more violent as well. And with Wolverine on the horizon, I believe Venom would be the next game that would make the most sense. Whether they do a full standalone game like the Spider-Man, or whether they do a spin-off smaller title like Miles Morales was. Now, I think if we're looking in order of the game's releases, it would make the most sense to have Venom come out before Spider-Man 3 to give Spider-Man franchise a little time to breathe and make that game feel different from Spider-Man, right? You want Venom to be a different type of story. It's not going to be a wholesome superhero tale, whether it is more of an anti-hero affair or more of kind of quasi-villain. We'll see how they handle that. But overall, we know that they have an R-rated game coming with Wolverine. So having Venom be another option like that, that's a bit darker of a story, would make a lot of sense. We know that they've worked on animations for Venom. We know that they have his suit down. You could do a lot of different things. I don't know, like I said, if they're going to do a full game or a smaller spin-off like Miles Morales, but either of those would be possible, and I think very welcome within the community. They've teased some things for the next Spider-Man as well, but during one of the side quests, we also get to see what is revealed to be Carnage, and this is where things get interesting. A lot of people are saying Carnage should be a DLC villain, or maybe one of the villains in conjunction with Spider-Man 3. We have Doc Ock at the end of Spider-Man 2 being set up as one of the main villains along with Norman Osborn. They could do a full Sinister Six type of thing or a team up with Carnage. But for me, I would much rather see Carnage versus Venom in a game like that. Maybe Venom doesn't fully defeat Carnage, but as one of the villains in that movie, as one of the big bads, and having Cletus Cassidy being a complete menace in that game, I think could be really, really interesting of a tale. And that's what I would hope for the most personally. But either way, I'm excited. They've really done a great job of setting up their Spider universe, essentially, to have us have multiple options that I would personally want to see how they play out. Whether we have future iterations of different Spider-Men, Spider-Woman, whether we have a Black Cat, whether we have, Venom, all of these things are very viable at this point, and they've done a fantastic job of giving us teases, including a lot of the rogues gallery of Spider-Man to have a bunch of these villains who are available and ready to be tackled at a moment's notice. Like in Spider-Man 2, they killed off some of them, which I thought was very interesting, but I'm excited to see what direction they take now, because we know it won't be Kraven. We know that some of the others like Vulture, like Scorpion are gone, so you could still do a lot with the remaining set of villains that we have on the horizon. We have Kraven's daughter who's available now. We have a lot of different things that we could include, not only with a villain for Spider-Man, but also imagine Kraven's daughter taking on Venom and wanting to hunt him and having that be a big battle as well. So I think there's a lot of things they can do, especially when you include how well they incorporate the side missions into the games. That's something that some of these villains that we see might not be main villains. They might be side villains in some of these side quests, like Mysterio was in Spider-Man 2, like, we've seen from Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage, in Spider-Man 2. The way they set this up has been so well done that I'm excited to see what the future holds. But overall, I think a Venom movie would be a fantastic choice. I think the way they've set it up has been very nice to see, ultimately, because it gave us enough of a tease to make me personally want more. And that's one thing that I think has been tough to do in video games, is give us a little sampling of something and not want us to be like, okay, that's good enough, that's all I want. No, I want more Venom, and I think a Venom game could absolutely crush. More so than the Venom movie has, to be honest. I know Sony has long been trying to do these spin-off options for the movie franchise, when we see like Venom and Morbius and Kraven the Hunter movie, but they're all missing something. And I think they're missing the setup from their relationship to Spider-Man. And because they haven't been able to include Spider-Man in any of these tales, that's been what the problem has been. Now with Insomniac and the video games, because everything starts with Spider-Man as the center and goes out from there, it allows these characters to get well known. It allows us to interact with them and see them in a relationship to Spider-Man, but also then see them how they're going to work outside of that relationship with Spider-Man. And that's one thing I would be very much looking forward to. And we know Insomniac can deliver on these games. If they continue to have these come out every few years, I think that would be a great boon to not only the Marvel and Sony superheroes, like we've got Spider-Man and Venom and Wolverine upcoming as well. But if they do really well, we could see an expansion upon those as well. Maybe down the line we get a full X-Men video game. Maybe down the line we get a full team up of Spider-Man and Venom or something like that as well. There's so many possibilities that I'm incredibly hyped about, and I can't wait to see the direction that they do take because of how many different options there are. And yeah, this taste of playing as Venom was everything I wanted. It shows that even if they didn't do a spin-off Venom game, they could definitely do another anti-hero type of character in the future, which I think would be a massive W. Wolverine is going to be kind of a rough edge type of character, and we'll see what direction they take the story in, but they have confirmed, like I said, it's going to be like an R-rated type of game, which I think is going to be excellent, and I think Venom would need the same thing, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm excited, and yeah, let me know what you guys think about the future of Insomniac games, as far as what characters you would most likely like to see them use in the future. We know, like I said, Wolverine is coming. They've teased Venom. We know that we'll probably get another Spider-Man 3 to cap off the trilogy in the future. What other characters could they use that would really benefit the way Insomniac has built these things? Obviously, more brawl type characters are going to be a bit easier for them instead of more ranged characters like Iron Man, which we're seeing through a different studio. But I'd love to hear from you guys on what other characters could be viable options for them. And yeah, overall, I'm excited about the future. My name is JoPa. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more Spider-Man 2 coverage from me going forward, like the video, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.